Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the first podcast. My name is Mello, and I will be your host for this show. And welcome to Sports Lounge. Today, we're going to have a recap of Game 3 of the NBA Finals. While you see Boston Celtics won 116 to 100. And, I already have the merch because they deserved the win yesterday. They had the right message, they had the right energy coming in after getting blown out in Game 2 by the Warriors. And what I can say is the game plan was they stuck to the game plan, and defensively they was locked in. Offensively they was locked in. Jaylen Brown had 17 points, 5 rebounds, and I believe he had 3 assists at the time. And he finished the game off leading the team with 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists, almost with a double double. And also had JT in the corner with 26 points. And you have the Warriors lead off with Stephen Curry. He led the team with 31 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. It's not bad. As in for the Warriors, they started off with foul trouble. You had Curry with 3 fouls in the first quarter, then starting with my fault. It was 3 fouls in the first half, I believe, and then he ended up having a fourth foul in the starting the third quarter, but that's when he went off and he brought the game into a couple points while Boston was having a big lead. And you already know what Warriors could do in those third quarters. It's very scary. And what I can say about this game for the Celtics, they played very well. They played way better offensively. They played way better defensively. You got to shout out to Robert Williams that is going through a knee injury. He's had, let's see how many blocks he had this game because he was looking like himself. In game 2, he did not look like himself. And Robert Williams had, let's see right here. Robert Williams had 4 blocks last game. I'm saying I feel like the Celtics could win this series if they could play with the same energy and their defense is locked in because they're number 1 defense for a reason. So you got to keep that in mind. And for the Warriors, they got to wake up. Curry doesn't have to wake up, but the team has to wake up. Klay Thompson, he's had a better game in Game 3 than he had in Game 2, but he's slowly coming back, but he still needs to come. He got to step up a notch because Curry can't do it all. Jordan Poole, he didn't have a really crazy game how he had in Game 2. He has to step up a notch. It's just not just Stephen Curry that could give you the points and win the game for y'all. You feel me? And I feel like Boston could really win this. My guess for Game 2, I feel like the Warriors will have a way better plan for game. Did I just say Game 2? I meant Game 4. I feel like they'll have a way better plan, but I don't know. Home court advantage. I feel like Boston could take this. The way the crowd was going last night, it was very crazy, and it was crazy to see. But I think Boston will win in a close game, but I'm not sure because in these finals everything's been good for one team, the next game is bad for the other team, so it's kind of like bipolar. So I really don't know, but I have Boston winning Game 4. If they do, then Warriors got to win Game 5, and they got to do everything to stop the Boston Celtics in Game 6. I have Boston winning in 6, but I'm not sure. But also let's talk about Draymond Green. As y'all know, most of y'all seen the way that he was in Game 2. He had his aggressive energy, and he was very locked in defensively. For Game 4, he brought in the same mentality, but I felt like Boston had him this whole game. They controlled him the whole game. Jaylen Brown controlled him. Grant Williams controlled him. They got into his head, and I felt like he wasn't able to bring the best Draymond Green that he could on the floor, and that's how he acts. And who else we're gonna talk about? Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson did play good. He did have, believe he had 15 points. This game was way better than what he had in game two. And he actually, my mistake, and he had 25 points. What even better? And feel like he kept on rushing the ball a lot. They was going for a lot of screens and like pick and rolls, and Klay Thompson, that's all he kept on doing in the third quarter, and to the point where they're trying to switch from to Klay Thompson to Robert Williams, so Robert Williams can't really guard him at the perimeter, so Klay can shoot those threes or twos. It was going good in the beginning, but then it started declining and declining and declining, and I felt like Klay should have used the ball more smarter than just getting the ball and just shooting it fast. Because I felt like that's what kind of caused them a game too, that he kept on just shooting the ball. He wasn't really looking for the teammates. Once the double team came at him, mind you, there was a double team that came at him, so there's an open player that's ready to take a shot. But, Boston had control this whole game. It was a good one. I feel like if they really want to win Game 4, if they want to really take it up a notch and win the NBA Finals, they got to bring up the same energy, because Game 1, it was kind of sloppy. Game 2 was very sloppy. Even though Game 1, they won the game, but they were sloppy. And Game 3 was phenomenal. That's the Boston Celtics that I seen watching in the playoffs. I expect them to keep playing this way, but Jason Tatum, he has to stay consistent. If he's not consistent, that's one other shooter that's not going to bring you points. But in Game 1, he was able to bring you assists. So hopefully he could bring that for Game 4. Jaylen Brown, he's been very consistent. I have him winning Finals MVP if the Boston Celtics do win the NBA Finals. I feel like he deserves it. I know Jason Tatum is a big star. Everybody knows it, but people don't really recognize Jaylen Brown like that. Mind you, he was getting hot in Game 2, and with all the fouls and that was going on in the first quarter, I feel like the Celtics really lost their flow starting the game, and that's how they got blown out. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Game 3. For Game 4, like I said, my prediction is I have Boston winning Game 4, and then Warriors will try to set a message on Game 5. But this is a very interesting series. I believe there's a lot of stuff that I did not say. This is all coming out from the dome, so I didn't really write this over, which I should have. But, this is my first podcast. I'm very excited to show y'all this content. And if y'all think this is whack, there's going to be even way more better content. But just believe in the process. But you type it out in the comments, and you let me know how you felt about Game 3, who you have winning the series, what do you felt about a specific player or plays, and all that. And for every podcast I'm about to release, if y'all want to send me questions of like the game, send me questions about the game and I'll answer them for you, because that's even more interesting. So y'all can watch and you see what my point of view is for a specific question and stuff like that. But I think you got it all here, man. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that bell so you don't miss out in any of the future podcasts. Make sure you follow Instagram in the bio, Sports Lounge TV. We're gonna get lit. Celtics in 5. Not playing. I'm just a regular analyst. Let's see what happens in the NBA Finals. It's very interesting. I have just for Boston Celtics fans, expect the Warriors to come crazy. And yeah, pretty much. I'll see y'all in the next podcast.